Hello and welcome to this iOS 7 programming tutorial. Today we are going to make our first interactive app. It's going to be a unit converter. Specifically, it's going to convert miles to kilometers. Aren't you excited? Our first real app. Well, first things first. Let's go ahead and open Xcode, create a new project, and it's gonna be a single view application. Name it unit converter. So let's do this. Now, we need a user interface for our app. So go to the storyboard, and do you remember the object library? This window here? We are going to use it again. Find a text field. It's going to be here. Drag it, and we're gonna put it somewhere around here. Make it a little bigger. That's fine. And we are going to say that we're going to go ahead to the attributes inspector, and the placeholder text, you're gonna put enter something like miles here. The placeholder text is gonna be in gray and will get deleted as soon as the user tries to put some text in there. Let's go ahead and change the font, put something nicer like Georgia, make it a little bigger, and center it. Now for keyboard, this is the keyboard that will get displayed when the user taps into our text field. We're only going to be using numbers, so go ahead and just select numbers and punctuation. Now we need a place to display a result in kilometers in this case, so go ahead and drag a label from here, put it somewhere in the middle. There we go. Again, make it a little bigger. Center it, make the text nice. It's always a good idea to make the user interface look nice, make big text, make it clear. It's just nice to use a nice app. We don't really want any text here because it's gonna be a result, so go ahead and delete it. And now we need a button to indicate our app that it can just go ahead and convert whatever is here and display it in kilometers. So we're going to drag a button from here, drop it somewhere in between. It's going to name it convert. Make it nice and big. Let's make it a little bigger. There we go. There it is. Now, we're going to use the assistant editor. Remember that tuxedo over here? So go ahead and click it. And you want to be seeing the unit converter view controller.h. In this case, we're seeing .m. So go ahead, click here, select .h. We need a way to tell our app what to do when the user presses the button, or what to do when the user puts a number of miles here. So we're going to use the header file for that. Click here. Now press Ctrl and click, drag to here. Now stop pressing the click button, and you're gonna see this little window pops out. This should be all fine. Outlet, UID text field, and strong. If it's not, you can just change it. And we're gonna name it distance. Now, go find the label we created and do the same thing. Control, click, drag, and drop. We're gonna name it result. And finally, we need to do something similar for the button, but the button is gonna do something, it's not gonna be just a label. So control, click, drag, drop, and here instead of outlet we're gonna select action, because it's gonna perform an action. Name it convert. Check that all these fields are the same and click connect. Now, we need to implement this. We need to make our program know, our app in this case, know what to do when we press convert. So we're going to go to the implementation file here, and we have to tell the program what to do whenever convert is pressed. It's gonna be here. You see how Xcode already created this piece of code here. Press enter, and what we are going to do, first of all, we need a variable to store the number of miles we want to convert. So this is going to be a double, name it mouse, and it's going to be equal to whatever is in here. So that's gonna be bracket. We're gonna use a method, distance dot text double value. Now, distance is the name we decided to use for this field here. Dot text just indicates that whatever text is in here, and double value is basically saying that it's telling Xcode that whatever text is in here is gonna be a double value that we're going to use for mouse. We also need a double to store our kilometers, so double kilometers, and this is going to be equal to mouse times 1.609. That's the conversion factor from miles to kilometers. Finally, we need some way to display a result in our label over here. So in order to do that, we need what's called a string. A string is a bunch of characters, it's basically a sentence that we can put variables into. So the way you do that is you say string. It's an object, so remember you have to use a pointer from the last tutorial. Result string is gonna be equal to two brackets, because we're gonna first allocate some memory and then initialize our object. This is all from the last tutorial, so if you're not familiar with it, maybe you want to check it again. String alloc, let's allocate the memory address for it. Init with format in this case. And in order to do that, we're gonna say add, comma. We need to use a double in this case, so percentage 0.2f. What this means is the percentage f, as you can recall from previous tutorials, that's just telling Xcode that we want to put a double variable in there. The 0.2 saying that we only want to use 2 decimals for that variable, and kilometers. That's just some text that's gonna be displayed. Comma, kilometers, because we have to indicate that what the double value that we indicated here actually is. It's gonna be the kilometers double variable. And finally, we want to set the text in our result label equal to our new string. So you do it this way. The result.text is just referring to whatever text is in here, so we set it to result string. That's gonna be it. Let's go ahead and give it a test. Go ahead, let's run it. Alright, works fine. Let's test it. Click here. See how it only shows the numbers at first? That's what we did in the keyboard selection over there. Let's say 5 miles. We press convert. Yes, 5 miles are 8.04 kilometers. Sweet. So there you go, your first interactive app with iOS. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and we're gonna be making some really cool apps next to this. So stay tuned and hope to see you next time.